Hello and welcome back to my studio. My name is Sarah and this is my painting journey. This is my weekly vlog where I document my journey to become a professional painter. So, what I've got on the easel behind me is my latest one in progress. I'm calling it Standing Proud. It's depicting a bull elk having an encounter with a wolf, or possibly two. I may put another one in there just to balance things out a little bit. Possibly a controversial piece. I know people tend to like images of wolves, but they don't like to be reminded that they are predators and that they kill and eat other animals. And there's a certain group out there that just hates them just for being wolves, but we won't talk about them. So it is a large piece on hardboard. It's one of my pieces from the Dollar General, my Dollar General haul, where I got a whole bunch of frames and cheap painting board. I just gessoed over it and went to work painting on it. It's a lovely surface to paint on. No give to it, none of that canvas texture. Excellent for detail, and I absolutely love that. So today I wanted to talk briefly about finding your own style. And that's something I've been trying to work on for, a long time. And it can be rather difficult, especially when you tend to paint in a way that is not anywhere close to the same or similar as other artists in your genre. And I'm talking mostly about landscape painting here. I love landscape painting. It's wonderful to me, but I work in a very tight manner. I don't do loose, expressive paintings. Every landscape painter that I listen to, every book I read, every podcast I hear, they're talking about how loose they can get and how toward the abstract. I have no interest in going toward looseness or abstractness in my work. I like a tightly rendered image. I like something, I call it romantic realism. So, not photorealistic, I want it to be better than a photo. And the same thing with my wildlife art. Again, similar style, fairly tight, fairly rendered, but better than a photograph could ever be. That is my goal. So I'm going to stop this nonsense of trying to force myself to work in a loose manner and just go back to painting the way I like to paint and try to expand on that and grow that as my particular style. Because I want my paintings to look like a Sarah Skinner painting, not like a Bill Anton painting or a Scott Christensen painting or Clyde Aspivig painting. They're fabulous painters in their own style, but it's not for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to painting the way I like to paint. Looseness is something that may or may not come. Right now, trying to force it, I end up with a sloppy mess. And I just don't like that. It feels like I'm wasting paint. Got a stack of small canvases now that I can't really do anything else with. Probably not saleable, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know what to do with them. Maybe it's time for a burn pile. So, I also have for you today a book review that I promised coming up. This one is the Compendium of Acrylic Painting Techniques by Gil Barron. So, got this on Amazon.com. I want to say it was around $20 or so. Not bad at all. This is, in my opinion, an excellent book if you are looking to truly learn the medium of acrylic. So, it is the 300 tips, techniques, and trade secrets of painting in acrylic, and it goes over painting in various different styles, how to make acrylics work similar to oils, how to make them work similar to watercolors, to gouache, to monoprinting just about anything you could want it to do. Chapters go from setting up, which is your basic of what are acrylics, how to use them, basically your brushes, your palette, your everything, goes into how to make a stay wet palette, which is very nice. Excellent amount of tips in here. How to mix colors goes into a lot of color theory, goes into different types of brush work, whether you're going loose or tight, making your own supports and your grounds, which, you know, is something I've gotten into now. This is, you know, made my own. This is a $7.50 painting, or picture, in a frame that I got at the Dollar General. Took it apart, slapped some gesso on it. Now it's a painting support. And yeah, excellent. So yeah, this is a fantastic book. It goes over a lot of different techniques. Goes over many different painters' styles, as well as painting techniques. So you get to see realism, you get to see abstract, you get to see very loose work, you get to see tighter work, work that's rendered in similar to oil, work that's rendered watercolor-ish. Acrylic is great for working in watercolor in a situation where you don't want it to run. Working similar to gouache, very nice, and there are gouache, acrylic gouaches out there that are excellent paints to use if you do want to work in that graphic, illustrative gouache style. Liquitex makes an excellent brand. I've done full paintings in it. It's lovely stuff. And it's just called acrylic gouache. It's acrylic paint that's formulated to behave like gouache, not actual gouache. So definitely pick up this book if you are looking for a book specifically on acrylic painting. It goes into landscapes, animals, flowers, trees, just about anything you could want. Yeah, I would give this about an 8 out of 10. It is a very, very useful book, and I was really glad to find it. So this is going to have a place on my shelf, and I will be looking through it quite frequently. I found it very, very useful. So what I have coming up, I am currently waiting to hear if I got into the California Art Club Spring Awakenings show. Fingers crossed that I did. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just waiting for that email. Did get a notice that jurying might be delayed, but we will hear back this week. It was supposed to be today, but apparently we're going to hear back later this week. So I'm just waiting for that email now to come through to find out whether or not I got in. I truly, truly hope that I did. I worked really hard on the pieces that I put in, and I am looking forward to that, and got my eyes on the next show that's coming up, which is the Lazy Days of Summer, the deadline for that, which is in April. So I'm working on a large piece for that, and then I have a couple other pieces already finished that I'm going to be entering. So if you have enjoyed this today, please leave it a like. Check the description down below for links to all of my socials. Got links to my website down there if you want to see my full body of work. Also to my Etsy if you'd like a print of any of my pieces. Links to my Patreon, my Twitter, my Facebook, all that good stuff. Stop by any of my socials to see what I'm currently working on. Drop in, say hi, anything like that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I will answer them in the next vlog. So, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.